And now let's welcome our next fighter out of the red corner, Logan, the Sandman Sanders.
So it's Logan, the Sandman Sanders now. Let's call him Logan the Kid, the Sandman, or the Sand Kid perhaps. 18 years old. He's still in high school, Christian.
Yeah, we had a chat with him in back early on, and it was really interesting. You know, he looks young, but then you start talking to him, and he asks, how'd you realize you were into fighting? He says, well, me and my brother were getting fights at the house. And then you realize, oh, yeah, I really am talking to a kid here. But a kid that's receiving all the necessary training to go out and hang with the big boys. He's coming to us out of Team Cologne, one of the gyms that's constantly putting out high-level talent here in Indiana. And, you know, he's had the opportunity to fight in the smokers that are held inside the walls of his gym. Team Cologne, known for putting on some events where they let their young guys go out and get some real fight time underneath the bright lights. So for him to come in and make his debut as a young guy, he's had some of that experience. Now it's a question of whether or not he'll be able to pull the trigger underneath the bright lights.
Well, and the bright lights is key, Christian, because when we talked to him before, he mentioned, it's a little intimidating, it's a little scary coming to a promotion like Elite Fight Night where, you've got top-notch production value. You are in front of a sold-out crowd. There's a lot of eyeballs on you and a lot of pressure to perform on a big stage in your first fight.
Yeah, we candidly asked him, so you nervous? And I really appreciate the fact that he said, yeah, I'm nervous. Oftentimes you see that kind of bravado being pushed out and saying, no, I was born for this. But I think there's something to be said for a fighter that's willing to embrace the nerves and say, yeah, I'm nervous and I'm ready to go out there and give it my all. And that's kind of the vibe that I was getting from Logan beforehand. We'll see. It's sometimes you get a fighter that is, just guns a-blazing inside the gym, and then, he steps in the cage and you don't see that.
And let's take a look at the Capital Nutrition tail of the tape. These young men virtually identical, both with kickboxing and Muay Thai experience, but making their amateur MMA debut. Capital Nutrition, top-of-the-line products at guaranteed lowest prices.
And now let's welcome his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, Mason the Berserker Doyle.
So his opponent is Mason Doyle. And Mason mentioned coming into this match, this is not his first fight, right? He's got some preparation behind him. He said his training was gruesome, but it was pleasant. And he said, hey, look, I need to be a master at what I do. And if a master is going to be the best, they need to master not just the core, but the crafts and arts and nuances. And that's what I've been doing.
Absolutely, and he's coming to us out of Wildside Gym. So we see this kind of pipeline oftentimes from these guys in Clarksville, Tennessee, making their way up here to EFN. Some really high-level athletes, and Mason Doyle is one of those young guys that's really making waves early on. He tends to shine in these moments, but here we are, EFN 22, all eyes on these young combatants. We'll see if the cream rises to the crop.
Let's head to Mike Vale in the cage for the introductions.
Let's get the action started. Our next bout is a modified MMA bout. Bantamweight division scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out the El Popo Tortillas red corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. Official weight 134.3 pounds. Representing Team Colon from Wheatfield, Indiana, let's welcome Logan, the Sandman Sanders. And now his opponent, fighting out the Goji Resistance Barrel blue corner. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, official weight 136.8 pounds. Representing Wildside from Clarksville, Tennessee, let's welcome Mason the Berserker Doyle. Referee in charge, Rob Hines.
All right, Christian, so talk to us about the modified MMA rules. What are we looking at that's different here?
Yeah, this is super exciting and a real treat for the fans. We saw it back at EFN 21, but what's happening here is these guys are going to come out. They've obviously got the mixed martial